And here we go. This is Johnny Boy Boxing at Fight Hype. I'm here with the young prospect, Keith Cologne, prospect of the year, 3-0, three knockouts. You had a great performance about a month ago in Atlantic City. How do you rate that performance? You got the body shot, you got him out of there. How was that?
Uh, I rated, I rated like a B. I like the performance. It's some things that I could have done better, and I also had other performances that ended in a more dramatic fashion. So, I just rate that a B compared to the other ones, and how the fight played out.
Yeah, but you blowing out these fighters. Are you is your team and you concerned that you're not getting the experience, the rounds in the bank because you just beat you're so levels above these fighters, you're just knocking them out. Their power is explosive. Does that concern you a little bit?
Nah, it doesn't concern me. The only thing that we taking into consideration is like the preparation for the fights. Because like if you want to be in this sport for a long time, and like you having hard training camps just for like 2 rounds and then coming back month after month, it's like thinking long term. It could like health wise and that whole nine. Like that's what we're more taking into consideration. The experience gonna come with the right fights, right fighters. I believe once I step up, get tougher opponents. But you got some fighters like Jerron Ennis. His first 20 fights was knockouts. So it all comes with it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And so what's next for the new year? We're going into the 2025. We're going to be close to New Year's right now. What's the plan for the team?
I mean, see, I'm still in the gym. We had talks of mid-January, a fight card, but it fell through. Right now, we got talks of like early February. So, um, like I said, I'm ready. I'm still in the gym. So once they really solidify that, they said it's a go. Uh, wait, hold on, sorry. Early February. Uh, like I said, I'm still in the gym training. So you know, I'm ready right now. So, look out for the big news coming soon.
Yeah, definitely. What's going on with the situation with the promoters? Have you signed to somebody? Have you been looking at them? What are some of those details? What's the innings going?
Um, definitely. I feel like a lot of young fighters, like if you're a young fighter, you wanna and you don't have money or not don't have money, but some people not able to afford their lifestyle and a boxing career. So if you're not able to afford both, I feel like you should sign with a promoter or a manager. And if you don't have like big publicity, then you should sign so you can get them constant fight checks and have some type of foundation. With me, this is a little bit more different. I got a solid fan base, so I don't need to make money off of like fight checks. I can sell a lot of tickets. So I could really fight with whoever I want. Be being honest, a lot of promotions for a 4 rounder, they only giving out like 4,000, 5,000.
Wow.
I could make more of that with sponsorships and selling out home. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Is right now I'm winning because I don't need to sign. I got good relationships with a lot of top promotional companies, so I can really weigh my options. And my biggest thing is just I just want to keep fighting. I don't want to be put on the shelf. When you deal with big promotional companies, they got 100 fighters. They probably got 20 fighters in your weight class. So you probably fight early this year, maybe around Halloween time, and you might get lucky again on Christmas. So with me, I just want to stay active and being a free agent is in my best interest. Now, once I start climbing through the ranks, being like top 100, start getting titles, then we can talk about something different.
So going the entrepreneur route, that's the thing that's been working for you, and that you see better opportunities. The more you build your record, the more knockouts, the promoters, the bid will go up, the price bid will go up.
Definitely, definitely. Like how you said, the bigger the audience, the big. If I could sign right now, and it'd be for like a decent contract. But like how you said, the more I'm able to show my talent, it's like my value is gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If I sign right now, a promotional company will have more leverage over me. They could say like you may not live up to the potential, or they could just throw me a hard fight. Say we going based on how you do in this fight, we going to see how like which way we want to go, and it could be a hard fight. They be like, look, you ain't performed well. So we don't want to sign you for what we said. We want to sign you for this. And that's not what I want. I know this right here is a real sport and it's a business at the end of the day. So I'm putting myself first.
Absolutely. You're a businessman first. You want to, make the best opportunity for you and your family. So that makes sense. But
Exactly.
going into the 2025, we have some exciting fights coming on. Just switching gears real quickly. Tank and Lamont Roach, that fight's supposed to happen. We were at the press conference, but now they're saying that it's canceled. Is that fight gonna happen? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like in that case, I remember I remember Devin Haney saying this like he wanted to be a promoter because he get to sit at the table. You know, Lamont Roach not at that table. Tank is at that table, so he could say a lot of things and kind of throw Lamont Roach off his game. Whole time he know that the fight's still gonna happen. He might just throw it out to the world because a lot of boxing pages they gonna take it and they gonna throw it out there. And now he probably not gonna really train as hard as he would have. Like, all right, I'm gonna slow it down just in case if it is canceled or pushed back. So I feel like it's a chess game that Tank doing, and it's kind of a pattern if you really notice. Like he kind of do this a lot, or like something big always happen. Like I think one of his fights, he ended up like getting locked up. I know that wasn't planned, but
Yeah.
that's like a whoa. I know Ryan. I think that was for the Ryan Garcia fight. I know Ryan probably thought like, damn, this fight about to be canceled. But it still went through. So I feel like with him, it's probably like a little chess game, mental battle.
He playing those mind games with Lamar Roach. That would make sense. But he said at the press conference that he wanted to retire. What do you think about his retirement? Do you think that's a ploy as well, or he has one foot in the gym and one foot out? He doesn't really want to be in there, but he makes so much money, so he has to fight.
I feel like what a lot of people don't understand is like they see the aftermath. A lot of people they see us winning, they see us shining, smiling after a victory. But really, we shining because we smiling because all the hard work paid off. It's like, yeah, like that's what I did this for. I did this so everybody understands could be, rooting for me. My family could be proud. But they don't see the sacrifices we make. They don't see all the things that we got to give up, just to get our hand raised and for them to be cheering us on. And I feel like he realized not that he realizing that, but he had a point where, you know, he's he's well off. He can do whatever he want to do. He don't need boxing anymore. So the sacrifices is not really making sense anymore. Like I say, got a family. Like, yo, I ain't getting in all this boxing stuff, but a lot of hate, backlash, and more problems. I could be with my family. I could be with my daughters. Living life. So that's how I see it. And a lot of fighters feel that way, but it just comes with it.
Like you make so much money. I remember Marvin Hagler said, like you make so much money, it's hard to get up and run when you sleeping in silk pajamas. When you have the mansion, you have the cars, you have
Yeah.
financially set for your family. Is it difficult, you think, once you reach that level that you lose that hunger? But Floyd never lost that hunger, even with hitting a billion. So it's like different mentality, personalities.
I feel like it depends on what you came in the game. Like, what was your motivation when you came into the game? I feel like a lot of people they come into the game really aspiring to be a world champion. People wake up every day like I want to be a world champion. Then you got others that come from nothing, and it's like this is my way out, and I ain't stopping. So it's like once you get that, it's like I kind of already did what I wanted to do. So I don't feel like his motivation changed or anything like that. I just feel like it just kind of happened for him. He found his way out, and he happy with his life. He ain't lose or nothing. So he at the top of the world right now. I don't know nobody that wouldn't want to retire on the top. So I feel as though with him, he feel like he got what he wanted, and they comparing him to other fighters, and he's just like, I don't care for that.
Do you think that Tank is a Hall of Fame fighter right now? If he retires right now, and he didn't get those really big names on his resume.
I feel like if he able to get the like big names like Shakur, Devin, maybe like another big name. I feel like that's definitely, Hall of Fame worthy. Especially with how it would be. I'm not saying that he have to win all of those fights, but with what he's done up to right now, plus those names on his resume, like on paper, that like like who wouldn't want that resume? Especially with knockouts, and then those big names at the end. I feel like that's definitely worthy of a Hall of Fame career.
Well, Shakur Stevenson, being from your city, from Newark, how does that fight play out between him and Tank? Well, who do you favor in that matchup, and how do they win?
I feel like that'd be a good chess match. I feel like people underestimate Tank IQ because they just see him knocking people out. But when you go back and you study it's a real art to it. He's patient. He wait for the right moment. You know, he might have saw something hit, but he don't just execute off of instincts or impulse. He wait. Then you got Shakur. He's real calculated, sharp defense, sharp offense. Don't make too many mistakes. So it's like it's gonna be a real chess match. But in that fight, I really favor Shakur. I feel like the length, people underestimate Shakur power, and I'm not just saying like he got old crazy power, but nobody likes to get hit in the face. Even though Tank, I know Tank don't like to get hit in the face.
Absolutely.
Nobody want to get hit in the face. So I feel like he got enough power, enough sharpness, enough IQ to keep him off him and for Tank to also respect him. You know, and I feel like Shakur will edge him out in that fight.
Definitely, definitely. Now, Shakur has a big fight coming up with Floyd Schofield. He's coming off a hand injury. Is that going to affect Shakur's performance? You think that the hand injury is just getting it, going into a big fight, with Schofield. He's a tough competitor. He's a rugged guy. He's relentless. He's on you. He's fast. He hits hard. Is that going to affect him, the injury, you think?
Nah, I don't feel like the injury will affect him. I feel like if I'm being honest, I feel like this fight, and I'm not trying to discredit Floyd Schofield, but I feel like this fight will it kind of made it harder for Shakur to get the Tank fight because if I was Tank and I was really trying to blackball Shakur, I could easily say like we fighting like prospects, we fighting prospects that's not on my level. You don't even deserve to be in a ring with me right now. So I feel like it won't affect his performance, but I feel like this fight make it like a little bit harder for him to get that big Tank fight.
But you think it should cause falls? Like it seems like everybody avoids Shakur. Like Zapata, he had a hand injury as well. He calls for Pitbull Cruz. He turns it down. It's like no one wants to fight him. The Devin Haney fight, you can argue both ways, but he can't. It seems like he can't land the fight. People don't want to get in the ring with him. So is it partly Shakur's fault, or is it just the other fighters not wanting to
Um, I
fight
feel
him?
like I feel like these fighters right now, they don't want to lose. So they really just trying to stay away from him. They trying to blackball him. I feel
Yeah.
like that's what they really trying to do. They trying to blackball him. But if I was Shakur, I like right now it's the time. You great, you got all the skills, you gotta take those risks. Maybe call somebody that's a heavy punch up at 140 and call him out and kind of just like force these fighters' hands. Like, look, I'm going up to 140. I'm doing all this crazy stuff. I ain't scared to fight nobody. I'm showing y'all I'm the real deal now. Just kind of you got to work around it. You got to just it's like how you make adjustments in the ring. You got to make adjustments business wise outside the ring just to land those fights. So I feel like he probably got to do that. Probably go up to 140 fight like a Barrios or something crazy like that and just wash him out. I even stop him like, look, I'm stopping 140 guys. So that's what I feel like he gotta do. Instead of fighting prospects and getting into all of that other stuff.
Now you spar Shakur Stevenson. You know his tendencies. You know his habits and everything. What problems will that give Floyd Schofield in that fight?
Yeah, I sparred Shakur a while ago. So I know now he a way different fighter, especially with like I said, all the backlash. Before he was more about his craft. Now he like, all right, these people saying I'm a runner. I want to stay there, show him I can stay there. But I really feel like um Shakur gonna be Shakur. So in the early rounds, he gonna play it safe. Slowfield not gonna get too close. He gonna try, and then when he do try, that's when he gonna open himself up for counters, and that's where he gonna start making mistakes. Cause Floyd make mistakes, but he just that's his style. He tricky, he awkward, so he gonna make mistakes to get what he gonna get out of it. But I feel like Shakur gonna end up capitalizing off of those mistakes, and just as the round goes on, just kind of keep breaking them down, breaking them down, breaking them down.
Definitely, definitely. Now switching gears, one final time. Benavidez versus Morrell. I flew down to Houston to hang out with Ronnie Shields and David Morrell and them. And man, Morrell looks like a heavyweight. I mean, he is huge. So and he was looking
Yeah,
sharp. Yeah, he was focused, man. So what do you think about? What's your prediction on that fight? How does that fight go? Two young fighters, fighting in the prime of their careers. What do you think about that? What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna be honest. I was just talking to my coach about this. Now you was there, so you saw something that I didn't see, but based off like what they put out there. So it's
Yeah,
based off what they put out there, like the little training pad work, whatever. I like Morrell. I really do, but I feel like you gotta train for the fighter that you're fighting.
yeah,
Little things like if I was I know Ronnie Still is a great coach, but I just didn't see certain things that I would want Morrell to be doing. It's like moving around the ring, how to like have like a heavyweight day, just like laying on him and him just like pushing him off. Like I really want to see him implement that in his training camp so he can be ready for the fight. Because we know that Benavidez is gonna be the same Benavidez. He's gonna be there, make it rough, not gonna be able to hold them. So it's just you gotta capitalize. It's not gonna be just a simple 1-2 rule, jab. Nah, you gotta be on your bike. You gotta be in there making it rough with them. So, like I said, I didn't see that. So I feel like David Benavidez is gonna edge him out because he's not gonna be used to his presence in the ring. So I really feel like Benavidez is gonna edge him out. He gonna be the same Benavidez. Morrell gonna put up a fight though. He's not gonna lay down. He gonna land some big shots. It's gonna shock a lot of people to make it feel like it's very close. But I feel like in the end, with the pressure and Benavidez break him down and just edge him out.
I saw David Benavidez at the press conferences. He looked a little round, like he looked a little heavier. Do you think he's disciplined and focused for this fight? He's always focused. He has things that go on outside of the ring. Even Morrell, they're talking about steroids and all these accusations and everything. What do you think? What are your thoughts on those things?
Um, Benavidez, he always heavy. That's Benavidez. But we gonna see the dedication if he make weight, how he look. Like that to me, that's the dedication. I
Yeah.
don't care how you look 3 weeks. I mean 3 months before the fight. I want to see how you come down. I want to see if you're doing it. If you do it the right way. If you still, if you look like a fighter. Because if he able to do that, then that man put in the work and he ready for the fight. If he able to come down and just really be dedicated, he ready for the fight. And same with Morrell. I feel like Morrell, he hasn't been getting those big fights, so it's going to show like, all right, because the level of competition, you wasn't able to get it. What was you doing at that time? Was you still getting better? Was you dedicating yourself to the craft, or was you BSing, chilling, and just passing by because they weren't on your level? So I feel like it's going to play into fact on both ends, and whoever was dedicated and been true to the sport is going to show.
Well, Benavidez averages about 50 punches per round, so he's a high volume puncher. He'll probably be up on the scorecards. But Morrell's a slick boxer. How would Morrell? What would be the game plan that you would give him to beat Benavidez, being that he's so aggressive?
Um, I'll tell him, I'll tell him look at some old Andre Ward fights, some Bernard Hopkins fights, and I say that because those two fighters they was very good at just not allowing the opponents to throw. They'll be first, and when they finish, they either holding, they bumping, they out the way, you know, smothering them, and that's gonna be the key. You can't let Benavidez throw when he want to throw. After you punch, hold him. know he gonna fight you off. But that's what, like I said, you should be in there with that big old heavyweight trying to wrestle with him. That's gonna play in a factor. So if he do that, then just those little things. Use your legs, be able to. Hey, I just won the first 2 minutes of this round. This last minute, I'm about to just dance around the ring. I'm about to play with you. Like if he's able to do that, then I think Morrell should be able to win.
Absolutely. Well, Keith, man, we appreciate your time over here at Fight Hype. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in 2025. I know you're going to be a champion. I feel it, man. I don't say that about a lot of fighters, but
Thank you.
I sense that power, that speed, that ring. You got a good team. You got a good head on your shoulders. You're in college as well, right?
Yes, yes. I'm in college.
Incredible. So just so the fans know, let them know where they can reach you at social media and everything.
Yeah, you can reach me on Instagram at official Keith Cologne, on YouTube. I've been posting like training vlogs and the whole nine. Keith Tsunami Cologne. So check me out there. I want to say thank you to the WBB for Prospect of the Year again. Al Raheem Burton. It's a pleasure. Motivation for me to keep going hard and putting on for my family and all.
That's it. Shout out your school.
Yeah, shout out Rutgers University.
Rutgers,
Yo,
that's it, man. We in the building. All
yes,
right,
sir. Yes,
Keith,
sir.
man. Johnny Boy Boxing at Fight Hype. We'll see you soon, all right?
All right. Thank you.
All right.